beautiful souls, let's talk about something that really, I believe, needs to be talked about. Um, that journey, that health journey. You know, the person you are starts to become accustomed to late nights, clubbing, bad healthy choices, bad lifestyle choices, eating late, eating crap, eating crap late. And, you know, that starts to accumulate and take a toll, believe it or not. A lot of the times when it was for me, I would do some things like go out with the friends, party a little bit on the nights out. And at the end of the night, that's after guzzling down disgusting alcohol and all that shit. But I still can't relieve that actually. There was a big phase in my life where it was like, that was the standard of partying and shit. Like everybody knows, like going to try to buy bottles in clubs and that whole big fiasco crap. But like, what does that get you? What does that get you? Nah, but for real, I really never realized how much it was ingrained to be part of my standard of like living with having alcohol or having it be a socialized part of my life, but on a higher than social level. If that makes any sense. That's nasty. So I used to spend like too much money, man. Too much money on going out and trying to have that time, trying to have that image, trying to have that experience, and fucking alcohol, you just rent. It doesn't help your mindset, doesn't help your body, doesn't help shit. I've learned that the hard way. And I say this stuff so y'all don't have to go down a certain path or certain choices. But I say that for real because this whole culture, American culture, is literally geared towards keeping y'all dependent and without the confidence to go and actually realize what's going on. You see, they're keeping you sustained on that dumb juice because it keeps you dumb. Keeps you making bad choices, keeps you making bad life reflections, bad visions, just overall susceptible to too many negative spirits and energies. So for so fucking long, I was like, I couldn't understand it, man. Like it was just it was so natural going to a spot, getting alcohol, and having that be like the night's conductor on the train of craziness, you know? And not to mention, all these alcohols are just nasty with their fucking poisonous ingredients. I mean, tearing up your liver, your stomach. It's just horrible. So I say that to say this. There was a time where I had a McDonald's like down the block in the plaza from my condo. And lo and behold, that was the most dangerous thing ever, because when I was at a weak point, all the fucking choices I'd make for eating food and grabbing a fast bite, yep, you guessed it, that fucking McDonald's. That McDonald's was literally everything. And it showed. It started to show, right? So like right now, I'm like probably like a cool, like maybe 165, 67, 68 zone. When I was eating McDonald's nonstop, this is like 2015. Biggest I got was like 210 pounds, right? And your boy's like 5'9", 5'10", so 210 pounds is not a good look at all. Like at all. And that's not my size I was ever. But a lot of, again, bad habits and bullshit made me take that path. And so I saw the results of it. Sorry if you guys hear some background noise. This is some cars on this intersection. But yeah, this is the deal. I was really on the verge of either having some stroke status or on the verge of just having some life-changing health changes, because 210, I had no clue because I never had the habit of checking blood pressure before. But shorty checked the blood pressure, and believe it or not, the doctors and nurses looked at me like I'm a bionic man and couldn't even understand how I was still walking with no problem, operating with no problem, because that shit was high. I think it was like 210 over some ridiculous number underneath. The systolic and diastolic number, something like that. But let me tell you, it wasn't good. It wasn't good at all. I felt like out of breath with every step. I felt out of breath going upstairs. It just wasn't like comfortable in shirts. It wasn't comfortable in seats and cars and seat belts. Like, it wasn't me, And if you've ever felt like you fluctuated before with weight, it comes with not only a physical effect, but it's a mental effect as well. So believe that, like, it really does. That shit will fuck with your mind if you let it, or if you're not trained enough to understand your process and to know it is in fact a process. You might want that shit overnight and think it's how it happens, but no, bro. That whole journey that somebody starts to embark on health, fitness, weight loss, and training, shit, before you even prepare like a weight loss schedule or a weight loss goal chart, whatever, before you download an app, you gotta get that mental right, okay? Because there's a lot of people that still want these changes and want to go ahead and push themselves, but they don't even know how to start mentally to get in the zone, right? And I couldn't do it either. I couldn't do that shit until I got into the zone and figured out how to actually stay focused on this goal. That was probably one of the hardest things to achieve in my life for most people. That's why this health industry is so crazy. But I'm telling you, all I did in 2015 was start walking. Actually, excuse me, it was a little bit before that. It was actually, let's bring it back to, I really forgot that. I started walking this whole path when I had my daughter. And that was when she was born in 2012. I would take her in a stroller and we would start to actually do walks around the neighborhood and I would try to do 2 laps. So it was like a half a mile around the whole neighborhood. So I would try to do 2 laps. That ended up actually helping me just start getting moving and getting in motion. Because, I was not used to staying in motion. I was used to smoking and chilling. I'd be working and everything like that, but extracurricular shit, maybe some writing at the studio and stuff like that. But I didn't look at it like I needed physical activity to be a part of my day, So lo and behold, I started doing that walking business. Then I started getting a little into it. And you're going to hate it at first because you're doing something you're not used to doing. And it's definitely pushing you out of your comfort zone. But definitely what happens is you start to become accustomed to it. After a while, you feel like the burn, you feel that energy, you feel like that you need that energy for part of your day. And it becomes something that you start to get better at and do more and more on the daily. So that's what happens. But it happened to me, and I actually started seeing results where I wasn't checking in on weights on a daily basis, but I started making sure I'd start marking where I was at the beginning of the week, making sure I was kind of diligent when it came to meals, when it came to calories and products. I would buy food products, really, because you do have to realize so many people have told me this before, and I can be an attestament to this. It's really a lot about what you diet on, what you eat on, what you put inside your body. Because I'll tell you right now, when it comes down to nutrition, it's going to help support all the actual physical activity that you're going on and doing and trying to really be consistently see growth. Good gains, or good loss in that way too. But for real, it really does do a lot for your fuel. Just like if you got a foreign car, right? You're going to put regular in that thing. Right? No, but what we are the foreign cars. We're the Lamborghinis, we're the exotics, we're the rare forms. So you got to really think about it. What you're feeding yourself has got to be that top tier octane fuel, So I started replacing meals. Instead of doing that big old breakfast that, the eggs, the bacon, the toast, the croissants, the cheese on the eggs, the coffee, the sugar in the coffee, the cream in the coffee. Wasted calories, man. And I'm not like trying to sit here and say watch all your calories, but it's pointless if you're really trying to make those changes to continue those habits. So I would replace breakfast with a spinach shake in the morning with some strawberries, some bananas. I would even do a little acai in there. I'd mix it up with granola, almond butter when I got fancy with it, because I started getting creative. But you have to find your way, and you got to start somewhere. So it's never too late. It's never too late. That's the other thing. I used to be really, really dismal and not really see the opportunities that I had ahead of me. But even getting healthier changed that. So I just want y'all to say it's not easy, and it is a process, but I promise you, it's worth it. Peace.